social media, as Paul would have said, is just a way where we extend dialogues with our clients, customers, friends. Social media marketing, on the other hand, is where we use this dialogue, this conversation, this relationship that we try to build with these customers, with these friends, to market and push our content. For starters, we have to realize that Facebook is probably the most trafficked website on the internet. It actually tops Google. It tops the most graphic content on the internet for traffic. And people spend up to like 6-7 hours a day on Facebook. In Barbados, people are on Facebook on their mobile phones. They're on Facebook at work. They're on Facebook at home. If we think of Facebook as a country, and we have our businesses, this is a country that we want to be in, because people are always there. Some people, the first thing they do when they wake up, they have the Blackberries next to them, they go check Facebook. Before they go to bed, the last thing they do is post something. Right? So we want to have ourselves as business people, as service providers, even as entertainers. We want to be present in this space, in this country. So all we will establish ourselves are through Facebook pages. Now, the concept of being on Facebook is sometimes a bit confused, because we all use social media. It's just how we use it is important. Right? So the first thing we have to do is to know first our base, the people that we are targeting. What do they want? What do people come online to do? And what do they do when they come online? What most people come online to do, and what we find, they come online to learn, to laugh, or to lounge. And by lounge we mean we hang out on Facebook, the chat, and what's not. So when you want to attract people to you, or to your product, to your content, to your service, to your Facebook page, whatever, you need to provide them with the content to drive them to you. But most people actually go online to read something, or to get a good laugh, watch a video, entertain themselves. So the best approach would be to provide content that actually caters to that need, that want. So people handing out, going on Facebook and posting prices, posting flyers, you're going to find people are going to look at them and not spend the time necessary to actually pull in the content. They're just going to look at them and just toss them one side. When you receive a flyer, or when someone hands you a flyer, what do? I don't think I've ever received a flyer or anything of that sort, and I've said, well, hey mom, check this out. And mom is outside if you don't mean. Alright? I never handed it to my friend and say, well, hey, Jamel, go read this. You know, this is an interesting ad. So it doesn't work like that. And essentially websites and static Facebook pages are like that. And I use the word static to say that we need to engage our customers. Alright? Now how we do this is that we give them content, like I said. And you can hear me say content a lot, because content is king. Alright? Everybody write that particular line down. Content is king. And once we have content, people will come to us. We don't have to seek them out. Let's say we take a business, for example. I would have spoken to, let's go with this clothing line. It's called Janelle's. They have this exclusive line of clothing which they present in Italy and in France and what's not. They wanted to know how they can get online. They have a Facebook page, but they want to know how they can draw people to it using aspects of social media. Now, Facebook being the biggest provider, the biggest content provider of social media right now, is where everyone goes to immediately. People tend to overlook things like Blogger, YouTube, LinkedIn. Right? Actually, how many of you are on LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a very essential social media tool, and I would recommend all of you, if you have your laptops here, to go to linkedin.com and register. It is a social community for business persons to interact, form groups. There are service groups, there are groups where people coach. It's definitely an essential tool for businesses, any business person. Right? So get on LinkedIn. Now back to my point. We can use these other social media services to integrate into Facebook. So for the fashion label, what I recommend to them, or what I would suggest, is that they provide a simple show. It doesn't have to be a fashion show. It doesn't have to be a hard sell. When you hard sell to someone, they tend to put out the defenses. They feel like they've been assaulted. So you come at them with something that they would like to know. If they offer a show on YouTube with probably, say, a model, and this model is giving them fashion tips, probably related to their designs. So say, well, hey, this is how you would, these are the accessories you would wear with our gear. This is the type of makeup you would produce. People that are actually interested in that type of stuff will go look at it. And it'll be relevant content. They're not going to say, well, hey, this is an ad, I'm not going to watch this. It's actually something people want to know. And people say, well, how do I know people are going to watch this? How do I know people want to know this? It's very simple. The most searched term on the internet is how to. And YouTube is the second biggest search engine on the internet. When you search on Google, when you search on Bing, when you search on most search engines, on the first page you're always going to see some little boxes with YouTube videos. So YouTube has very high search priority on the internet. And it's just one example of how you can use other social media networks to integrate into your campaigns, into your Facebook pages. Facebook would have made some recent upgrades, striving towards the goal of making their fan pages, their business pages, more accessible and friendly to us, business people, to users, to people that want to establish their brand and their business on Facebook. Now, there's a concept on Facebook pages called pages. It's a bit redundant, but basically what it allows you to do is to integrate rich HTML, CSS content onto your Facebook page, meaning that you can bring your website to Facebook and you're basically putting yourself where the people are. So you're actually establishing your store or your stake of land in the country of Facebook. So if you know people spend all of this time on Facebook, all of these hours, it's on their day and night, then we put ourselves there. And this allows you to put yourselves on Facebook. We have Eric Clark here from Barbados today. I definitely applaud the work they're doing, because they are actually, as Paul would have mentioned, they're fully online. When you go on Facebook, you see a lot of referrals, a lot of people liking and sharing stuff from Barbados today, as well as the Nation actually has an online paper as well, and we see that as well. But definitely, I think the way to go is online. Right now in England, they're giving away printed newspapers for free. Newspapers all over the world are closing down. Radio stations all over the world are closing down. It's because that traditional media is becoming less and less relevant. And by relevant, I mean, if people are always on the web, I personally have strayed away from newspapers. I actually only used to read the classifieds. I get that online now. I actually get multiple sources for that. And it's sent directly to my iPad. So I don't even have to go purchase a paper. I don't have to go. It comes to me. And it's free of cost. And this is the sort of convenience you're going to find with a lot of people in Barbados. We actually have over 390,000 phones here. I'm sure you guys can imagine how many of them are Blackberries. For the online content, the thing that I really appreciate about Barbados today is that they integrate the aspects that are necessary. When you flick through the paper, you're going to find live ads. You're going to find video articles. They give you the relevant content and in different forms of medium. And to be quite honest, it's much more attractive than just browsing through the average newspaper. And for advertising, they're online. They're where you want to be. They're on Facebook. This is not an endorsement or a sponsored ad. It's just definitely, this is a good example of proper usage of social media. Right? We have Dan here. Dan is actually a baker. And I think I'm probably not giving him as much credit as I should, because his cakes are wonderful. He does some three-dimensional cakes. Now, the reason why I brought up Temptations Bakery, because I want you guys to actually check it out. Right? Dan actually puts relevant content on his page. As a baker, people are looking at cakes. And Dan cakes are not the average, the traditional type cakes. They're actually some very nice cakes. But what I would have given to Dan in actually a 5-minute consultation, which I will offer anyone, is basically how he can also bring more people to his fan page. How we can get people to come on and people that are actually interested in content that he is offering. And once again, I go to YouTube. Dan can simply say, well, hey, Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm going to show you people how to make some Valentine's Day cupcakes. He's not selling you cakes. He's not saying, well, hey, come and buy my stuff, shop at my place. He's giving you free advice. Now, people will take. People will take this and say, well, hey, you know, I baked these cupcakes. I'm going to post them on Facebook for my loved one. I learned it from this guy. Or someone's going to ask a question, well, how do I make a lemon meringue pie? Someone's going to say, well, hey, there's this guy on Facebook. I saw his video, and he does cakes. You could probably give him a call. And therefore, Dan is established as an expert. People would then start to refer people to Dan's videos, and probably not just the videos, but to Dan himself. So it is one way how you give something, but you extend your brand, you push what you do on the web without hard selling, without pushing people away directly. Because at the end of the day, like we stated already, people do not like to be sold to. Well, when I'm coming online to relax, I just want to surf the web and enjoy some content. It's the same concept when you leave work and you're walking home to your car, or you're going to catch a bus and someone stops you and try to hand you a flyer. You're tired. You just want to go home. You want to relax. You don't want to see this. So the same thing we have to understand when people come online, this is the same state of mind they're going to be in. We want to provide stuff that's going to stimulate them, make them want to watch and want to come back. That is definitely the goal. Now, one of the bigger things that people tend to not notice or not realize about the advantages of social media marketing is the return on investment. The fact that we can tell how we're spending our money. If you invest in a social media campaign, you say, well, hey, I'm going to try this out. I'm going to put down $700 and I'm going to try a social media campaign. I'm going to invest in some Facebook advertising. I'm going to get someone to design a customized Facebook page for me. I'm going to pay a company to produce some videos for us, or I'm going to produce videos myself. You invest your time, you invest your money. Now, when you go and you try this on radio or in print or even television, you don't know the results, right? They can give you a broad example. They can say, well, hey, our circulation is this many people, or, this many people listen to your show at this time. But you can't tell you, well, okay, 5,000 people read your ad. 5,000 people looked at it. You can't say that these people watch your ad while the televisions were on. I could leave my television on, the ad comes up, I go to the bathroom, I go grab something to eat. I'm not there. They can't tell that. And the advantages of social media is that it not only gives you a fixed number of who checked your content, but it also allows you additional data. It breaks it down for you. So you can say, well, hey, 5,000 people saw my video, about 2,000 of them were female. They're from Canada. They live in Barbados. They visited on their mobile phone. They visited on the website. They're using a Mac PC. It's data. Data is very important. This is one of the most important parts of any marketing campaign. You want to collect data. You want to be able to know who is looking at your content, who is interested in your content, so you could best tailor what you offer to them. And I'm pretty sure as a business, everyone here can appreciate that. Right? And that is just one of the greater advantages of using social media in your marketing campaign. A question was asked to me by a marketing manager. He was telling me that he already has a website. They're already using Facebook. They're already using. Anyone here uses YouTube? I know Mr. Graham uses YouTube. I know Mr. Paris uses YouTube. Anyone else? No? Anyone here uses Twitter? Okay. Well, basically, integration was the question. We already have a website. We're already on the web. This is what people tell you. How do we use and why would I want to use social media on my current or existing internet campaign? This is a question. And for some reason, some people don't understand why you would want to use it. I'm just going to give you a simple explanation. First off, the why. Why? Because people are not going to just get up and decide, I'm going to go visit this website about printers and calculators and monitors unless I want one. And if you are into that business or any business, you're going to have competition. I'm not sure if anyone in here is in a market where they're not competing with anyone. Do we have anyone like that in here? No? Everyone here has competition. So you're competing against someone else. And first off, we know how you guys know how you make money, right? Some people ask, how do you make money from social media? Anyone knows the answer? You don't. You can't. You make money from people that know you, like you, and trust you. These are the people that spend money with your business. And this is why you want to use social media on your existing campaign, because it allows you to build and maintain those relationships with those people. And it also allows you to form new relationships. So basically what you want to do with social media, or what it allows you to do, is to build, manage and maintain these relationships. And it's these relationships, the ongoing dialogue, the conversation you create is what keeps your clients coming back and what allows you to generate new ones. Because as the video would have showed, and as I fully endorse, people tend to take advice on products or services from their friends or people they know and trust more than they would from an advertisement. So me visiting your website and seeing that you offer the best spicy curry rotis in Barbados is not going to make me buy it. My friend tells me, hey, these rotis on, then I'll be more inclined to say, well, let me give it a try. Right? So it is these things and the community aspect of it that allows social media to stand out above the traditional marketing or the traditional presence of just a website. So if your website is not socially integrated, you don't have a Twitter widget on there, you don't have a Facebook like button or a share button, then you need to have one on there. Because if someone doesn't share your website, I'm probably not going to see it. And a lot of people are not. So you definitely want to integrate these into your existing campaign. So Twitter is microblogging. It allows you to express ideas, opinions in a rapid fashion. Now, Mr. Grimm, our blogging expert, will actually get more into blogging, but usage of Twitter is recommended, and you definitely can integrate Twitter onto Facebook. I tweet, and my tweets go straight to my Facebook. It is one way of providing content across two platforms at the same time. So you definitely want to integrate all or the more relevant mediums, the tools in social media. And the relevant ones which I'll mention, which I stress so much on Facebook, but they are the giant, they are the elephant. So we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have YouTube, and we have LinkedIn. Now to me personally, these are the 4 most relevant ones to us in our community. When you extend beyond Barbados, you're still using the same 4. There are others that would link you into special markets if you are so catering to them. But these 4 are the ones you want to get established on if you're not already established. If you're established on 1 and 2, get on the other 2 before you look to branch out to others. Definitely if you're not on Twitter, you want to get there.